COP28 it's an important milestone because this conference takes place exactly halfway between the adoption of the Paris Agreement in 2016 and the UN's 2030 Agenda on Sustainable Development. And we know that 2030 is regarded by scientists in the climate change space as being a critical milestone. And so it's going to be an important opportunity for the global community to take stock on the progress we have made since the signing of the Paris Agreement, and an important opportunity to reaffirm commitment to the Paris Agreement and to take collective action to accelerate mitigation, adaptation, and financing for further climate ambition.
The multilateral agreement on financing for just transition, this is very important, and this is the cornerstone of our position under the Just Transition Work Program, because as you know right now, there's various just energy transition all over the place with different resources, and these are not multilaterally agreed or negotiated, so our partners can pick and choose how much they give you, how much they give me. So we want to have clear agreements on how these things should be funded. Ideally, we should have a dedicated financing for this just transition. So the multilateral engagement on the just transition is quite critical so that we can safeguard even those that do not have these particular plans. It is important that we continue with those negotiations. So we stand ready as usual to play our constructive roles, and our minister, as you already heard, will be assisting in terms of the facilitation of this global stocktake, but we also have a number of negotiators assisting in various agenda items in terms of facilitation to reach agreements there. We also have a number of our theme negotiators also leading, whether a segment in the Africa group on a particular issue, or whether in the G77 itself on a particular issue. So our delegation stand ready to play a meaningful role in these negotiations. And this is where I will stop. Thank you so much.
I think in the lead towards this year's Global Stocktake, it is important to uphold the principles of equity, human rights, dignity, and collaborative commitment to accelerate climate action through NDCs to build a self-actualized, climate resilient, and prosperous society. Young people all across the country are calling for climate justice and equity to underpin all action towards addressing the climate crisis, whilst championing the need for a swift and equitable just transition that shifts away from highly centralized production dependent on fossil fuels towards decarbonized and decentralized renewable energy. I think first and foremost, we applaud all respective efforts towards the passing of the climate change bill by DFFE and the NPA, and entrust that it will translate into actionable commitment towards fostering a low-carbon economy in South Africa.